originally tried to put the hood on and adjust it, and it boogered up the lip for this weather strip. So we just touching it up so it don't have some raw metal there. We're gonna repaint it when we do some work on the underside of the apron. But for now, this is gonna keep it from rusting, and you kind of hide it a little bit. But just trying to make it look as good as we can temporarily till we do some more work to it.
All right, so today we made a trip over to Dirt and All at Dennis's just to look at what he's been doing to El Diablo. We hadn't talked about El Diablo or seen it in a while, so just he built this rotisserie, put the chassis on. Huge shout out, huge thank you to him for that. It's gonna be super cool. He's welded the pans in it. Now he's got it rolled over where he welded the bottom. Getting ready to go to sandblasting. So we did see some other issues, something that's real common right here. A lot of times you'll see them rotted out right here, but we get that fixed. Make sure there's no dirt or nothing up in there. Try to shoot some primer up in it, get that sealed off. So we're also talking, we're in the works of changing this swing axle rear suspension over to IRS. Supposed to be getting some parts later on this weekend. And we'll look at what it's going to take to do that. We don't want to have to fool with leaky axle seals, and really would like to, when this thing is laid down, really like to have the wheels as straight as possible. And you can't do that with a swing axle. So just stay tuned. This is just one of many parts of El Diablo. Super excited to see a little bit of progress. Thank you. I'm polishing these aluminum 8-spoke wheels. Trying a little different product today. Bought one of the Mother's cone arbors and some Mother's wheel polish. We'll try that. May end up doing something different to get some of the scratches out. We're just trying to make them look a little bit better. Recruited me some help today. Appreciate Kenny coming to help me with this. So you can see here, this is one of the back wheels. You can see the oxidation in it. It's making a difference. So recruited me some help this Saturday morning, and Steven, just like always, jumped right in, eager to help. We're getting the engine bay cleaned up on Uncle Herschel, getting ready to put the new seals in, kind of digging some of the foam out of it that we can from this side. Looks like his car was originally blue. That's awful familiar. Kind of reminds me of Stripes. Pulled the engine out last night, converting it to alternator. Just not a big fan of a generator, and it wasn't charging already, so getting it cleaned up, getting ready to go back in, push the car out and wash the engine bay out. Had Uncle Herschel out here this morning, just kind of cleaning up the firewall, get a little paint back on it. See, the original color of this car was blue. Gonna work on some of that wiring here shortly, get it back in the shop, out in the shade where we can work on. All right, so today we got Uncle Herschel's up here at Steven's shop. We're loading up everything, getting ready to go to Summer Jam this weekend. But while we're waiting on some people to get here, we thought we'd just play with Uncle Herschel a minute. See if we could make this paint slicking up, just see what we got. We're not gonna put a whole lot of effort into it. Just try to make it a little slicker where you can have some kind of finish on the paint to make it a little easier to keep it clean. I'm gonna decide whether we wanna clear the car and high gloss clear or semi gloss, some kind of satin finish. We just want to see if we make it slick. So we're starting out with 1,000 grit. Just working one small area at a time. And we'll step it up, what, 1200 next, 1500?
Yeah, we'll just see if we can get this, some of that rough off there, at least make it smooth and see if, I don't know if it'll polish up, but we'll see if we can make it shine, and then if not, we can always decide what kind of we can clear it with, you know, gloss or satin or flat, whatever we want to do.
One thing we're really just trying to do, trying to learn a little bit, trying to experiment. It's easier to experiment with this paint.
We do want to get all the oxidation off of here because it's rough, never be smooth, you'll never be able to keep it clean, but just a little bit of sand right there with 1000 grit is making that smooth. So we see how far we can go without going through it, and then, you know, so it's still rough right there, but I don't want to go too aggressive with the sandpaper. See how it's fogging back up.
Yep. So stay tuned. We'll keep you updated on what the progress is. If we have to, we'll load it up and take it to extreme detailing.
Probably get all that oxidation out there at all.
You're gonna have to sand that though.
Oh
If we make his car look like that, that's home run.
Hey, come out of the shop today, gonna work on Uncle Herschel here. You know, this car is faded, the clear is gone on it, so I'm gonna sand it down, probably re-clear this thing, but I'm gonna start taking the turn signals and the chrome off of it, kind of unbolting some things so I can sand it. Just gonna show you what we cleaned her up the other day, kind of washed it and just got all the crud off of it. We're gonna show you what it looks like before we start here. Pull the fenders back, pull the rubbers out. I took the chrome off this side just a second ago, so I'm gonna start dismantling it a little bit, taking the lights off and stuff like that. I'm gonna sand it, but I'll make some videos of that, but just showing you where we're starting out with Uncle Herschel today. All right, I started stripping down Uncle Herschel here, so I got the turn signals off. That'd look good if we deleted those turn signals. Got the chrome off of it. Took the mirror out. You can tell we do have some rot right there that we're gonna take care of right there. That's typical on these Beetles that have that vent. Get everything off the back, got all the lights off. Fixing to take the bumpers. Got that on this side. It's not near as bad on this side, but we got all the chrome and moldings off, got the tail lights and stuff off. So we're stripping it down, getting it ready to start sanding. You can tell this is a different red at one time. This thing's been a few different colors, as you can tell. It's been a dark blue, it's been a burgundy, it's been a bright red, but the original color is the marina blue. It's that baby blue color. But we're gonna sand this thing down, maybe give it the patina look. Gonna put a clear on it, but it's got a super good stance on here. The wheels are gonna clean up good. Thinking about deleting these turn signals because we're gonna put new bumpers on it, but Uncle Herschel's getting a little loving this afternoon.
All right, so we're down here this morning, trying to get in here early this Saturday morning before it gets blistering hot. Working on this 78 convertible. You've seen it in some of the earlier videos. We're just trying to finish it up. Customer's been out of town. They're coming back in, so we're trying to get the car ready for them. One thing about it, one thing I run into last night, we're changing the alternator and we're changing it over to a more original carburetor, a 34 pick empty carburetor. But this was a fuel injected car originally, so this is a fuel injected shroud. There's no place for the accelerator tube and accelerator cable to come through. So what I'm gonna do is take the shroud back off, kind of lay out, measure off of an existing standard shroud, and just put the hole in it, put the tube back in it. Try to get this car back together today. We painted the intake last night, painted some new pulleys, just trying to neaten it up, finishing it up. You know, that's how we do things. So just stay tuned. As I told you, we're going to remove the shroud and put the hole in the back of it, hole through it for the accelerator tube. I'll get going here in a minute. Got it marked?
Yes, sir.
Think that's gonna be enough?
Oh yeah.
From Extreme Detailing. So 1969 VW Bug. Actually very clean. Recently painted, and needless to say, they put all the quality work into the interior and the motor, and skimped a little bit on the paint side. So yeah, real bad texture. Started to sand. This car I think came out of the north somewhere, I'm not quite sure. Tons of texture, tons of dirt. Very little gloss. So this is going to be a complete restoration. A lot of sanding going to happen on this one for sure. But once we get the paint straightened out, this will be one sweet little 69 VW Bug. So stay tuned. Extreme Detail.
So it's been a long time since I drove a yellow Volkswagen that had a sound like that. That sound brings back lots of memories.
You're gonna come out there and hit that truck.
that's going to about wrap us up for this week. Thank you for watching. Like I said, we're going to try to be putting out a video a week as much as time allows. If you like this content, stay tuned for more upcoming events, more projects we got going on in the shop, and more about building the community. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.